Aries, stop. Do not scroll past this, because what I'm about to pull from these cards is not general. It is not vague. It is stamped with your name, your energy, your exact frequency, and it is arriving on the 5th of August, 2026, whether you are ready or not. A lot of money. I'm talking about the kind of money that makes your chest tighten when you see the number, and a phone call. That specific call. The one you've stopped hoping for because hoping started to hurt too much. It's coming, and here's the twist that's making my hands shake as I shuffle these cards. The person on the other end of that call is not calling to apologize. They're calling because something in their life just collapsed, and you are the only name their soul whispered. Before I turn the next card, I need you to do one small thing for me. Tell me in the comments where you're watching this from right now. Drop your city, your country, one word. Because I want to see how far this message is traveling to find the Aries it was meant for. And if you haven't already, tap subscribe to Trusted Tarot, because this channel is not an algorithm. It's a doorway, and you just walk through it. Let's talk about how you found this video. You might think it was just the algorithm, just a random suggestion that popped up on your feed while you were mindlessly scrolling to numb your mind. But I need you to understand something right now. There is no such thing as an accident when it comes to energy. The algorithm is just the modern oracle, a digital reflection of your own vibrational frequency. Your higher self, your intuition, the deepest part of your spirit, pulled you into this exact space at this exact second because the universe is trying to hand you a map. You have been feeling so lost lately, Aries. You have been wondering if your prayers were just bouncing off the ceiling, if your manifestations were stuck in some cosmic waiting room. But the fact that you are hearing my voice right now, on this specific day, the 5th of August 2026, is the ultimate validation. The waiting is over. The shift isn't coming. It is already here, breathing down your neck. You just haven't turned around to look at it yet, and I know you haven't turned around because your body has been trying to tell you for the past 72 hours. Let's talk about the physical signs, the somatic confirmations that you've been brushing off as stress or exhaustion. Think about the way you've been waking up. Not just waking up, but jolting awake between 3 and 4 in the morning, your mind racing with a strange, electric buzzing sensation. You feel a tightness in your chest, a flutter right behind your ribs that you keep mistaking for anxiety. But it isn't anxiety, Aries. It is anticipation. It is your physical vessel trying to expand to hold the massive influx of energy that is about to enter your life. You've been feeling this restless tension in your jaw, a clenching you don't even realize you're doing until someone points it out. And then there is the phone. You keep checking it. You look at the screen. You check for notifications. You turn the ringer on. Then you turn it off. Then you check it again. You are waiting for a vibration, a sound, a name to light up that screen. Your nervous system is already reacting to a frequency that hasn't fully materialized in the physical realm yet. But it's not just your waking body that is preparing for this arrival. Your subconscious mind has been working overtime, desperately trying to translate this massive energetic download into symbols your waking mind can actually comprehend. Think about the dreams you've been having lately. They aren't normal, everyday dreams. They are vivid, cinematic, and they leave you waking up with a heavy, lingering emotion that stays with you until the afternoon. You might have dreamt of water, of overflowing rivers, heavy rain, or deep, dark oceans. In the tarot and in energy work, water is the ultimate symbol of the wealth, the deep financial abundance, and the emotional fulfillment that is currently rushing toward you. Or maybe you haven't had grand dreams, but instead, you've been having sudden, sharp flashes of memory while you're just doing the dishes, folding laundry, or driving to work. A specific conversation, a familiar scent, a song from years ago suddenly playing on an inescapable loop in your head. These aren't random glitches in your brain, Aries. These are energetic anchors. Your spirit guides are using these fragments of the past to calibrate your current frequency, to bring you back to a timeline where you felt powerful, desired, and completely secure. And then there are the synchronicities. You've been seeing the numbers everywhere. The repeating elevens, the 2 2s, The sudden, unavoidable appearances of the number 8, the universal number of infinite wealth, karmic return, and financial mastery. Every time you glance at the microwave clock or a license plate, the universe is winking at you, confirming that the timeline is collapsing and the gap between you and your manifestations is shrinking by the hour. Now, I need you to take a deep, grounding breath because we have to talk about the person tied to this incoming call. This is the person whose energy is inextricably linked to the financial and emotional breakthrough you are about to experience. You have spent so many agonizing nights wondering what they are doing, who they are with, and if they ever, for even a single second, think about you. You've convinced yourself that they have moved on effortlessly, that they are completely unbothered and thriving, while you are left picking up the heavy pieces of your own heart. But the cards spread out before me are revealing a completely different, deeply hidden reality. While you have been sitting in your quiet exhaustion, they have been going through a profound, painful internal reckoning. The life they built after they stepped away from you, or after the heavy silence grew between you, has suddenly started to feel incredibly hollow. Something in their foundation just cracked. It might not look like a massive, dramatic explosion to the outside world, but internally, they are experiencing a total collapse of their ego and their illusions. They are sitting in their own silence, looking at the reality of their daily life, and realizing that the success they chased, the distractions they used to numb themselves, the people they surrounded themselves with, none of it feels real anymore. They are remembering you, not just the good times, but the profound way you made them feel safe. The way you saw their absolute potential before they even had the courage to see it themselves. They are preparing to break the silence. I know you want me to tell you exactly what they are going to say when that phone finally rings. I know your heart is hammering against your ribs right now, begging for the exact script, the exact words they will use to break this heavy, suffocating silence. But I am not going to give you the exact words just yet. I need you to stay with me, because if I just give you the surface level prediction, you will miss the profound energetic mechanics at play here. You need to understand the architecture of this moment. If you react to this incoming call from a place of unhealed trauma or desperate longing, you will accidentally push the very abundance you are praying for right back out of your energetic field. The universe doesn't just hand you the prize, it tests your capacity to hold it. You have to prove to the cosmos that your nervous system can regulate itself in the presence of the very thing that used to break you. Think about the sheer weight of the silence you've been carrying. You have been the strong one. You have been the one who swallowed your pride, who refused to chase, who chose your own peace over the temporary relief of a toxic breadcrumb. That silence wasn't empty, Aries. It was an incubator. While you were quiet, you were alchemizing your pain into power, and the person on the other side of this dynamic can feel that shift. They can feel that you are no longer orbiting their gravity. That is what terrifies them, and that is what is drawing them back like a moth to a flame. But this isn't just about a romantic reunion or a simple apology. The cards are screaming that this communication is a bridge to a massive material and spiritual upgrade. The energy between you two has ripened, and the universe is using this connection as the delivery mechanism for your breakthrough. Before we cross that bridge, I need to pause and look at the energy of this room. If this reading is resonating in your bones, if you are feeling that deep, undeniable click of recognition in your soul, I need you to anchor this energy right now. This isn't just a video, it's a digital sanctuary. Subscribe to Trusted Tarot, not just to support the channel, but to signal to the universe that you are ready to receive. When you subscribe, when you commit to this space, you are planting a flag in the ground and saying that you are ready for your blessings and you are claiming your seat at the table. Don't just be a passive observer of your own destiny. Join this community of awakened souls who are actively shifting their timelines. Let the algorithm know that you are locking into this frequency of wealth, love, and profound spiritual clarity. Now, let's pull back the veil on what is actually coming on this call. This isn't just a late-night emotional text or a drunk dial born out of loneliness. This is a profound, life-altering proposition. The call you have been waiting for is intrinsically tied to the massive influx of money the universe is preparing to drop into your lap. This person, or the energy they represent, is coming to you with an offer. It could be a literal business venture, an investment opportunity, a karmic financial payout you have been owed for years, or a collaborative project that suddenly unlocks a floodgate of wealth. They are calling because they realize that your energy, your vision, and your unique Aries fire are the exact missing ingredients to their own success. They are coming to you with an apology wrapped inside a massive opportunity. They are going to admit they were wrong, that they see your true value now, and that they want to build something real and lucrative with you. The money isn't just a random lottery win. It is a direct, tangible reward for the boundaries you held and the self-worth you cultivated in the dark. When you hear their voice, when you see that name light up your screen, your first instinct is going to be shock. Your breath will catch in your throat. The walls you spent months building to protect your fragile heart are going to feel like they are instantly dissolving. You will feel a rush of vindication, a soaring high of knowing that your intuition was right all along. But right on the heels of that euphoria, the old ghosts will try to whisper in your ear. The inner critic will try to tell you that they just want something from you, that they are only back because they need you, and that you shouldn't let them hurt you again. This is the critical juncture, Aries. This is where the timeline splits. This is where you either step into your new reality or fall back into the old patterns of self-sabotage. You must not let old pain distort this new message. I am giving you a very specific spiritual instruction right now. When that call comes, do not answer it from your wounded ego. If you are feeling triggered, angry, or deeply insecure in that exact moment, let it go to voicemail. Protect your energetic perimeter at all costs. You need to receive this communication clearly, not defensively. When you do speak to them, I want you to speak from the version of yourself that no longer needs them, but simply chooses whether or not they align with your new, elevated frequency. Do not jump to accommodate them. Do not shrink yourself to make them feel comfortable. Hold your ground. The wealth and the love that are coming require you to stand fully in your sovereign power. If you react from a place of scarcity or fear of losing them again, you will cap the financial blessing. But if you receive this call with calm, unbothered detachment, you will unlock the floodgates. Imagine the moment the phone rings. Feel the vibration in your hand. Instead of rushing to swipe accept, I want you to close your eyes and take 3 deep, intentional breaths. Remind yourself that you are the prize. Remind yourself that the universe has orchestrated this exact moment to reward your patience. When you finally say hello, let your voice be steady, warm, but entirely unbothered. Let them hear the profound peace you have found in their absence. That peace is your ultimate magnetism. That peace is what will secure the financial contract, the apology, and the profound shift in the dynamic. You are no longer the person they left or the person they underestimated. You are the architect of your new reality, and this phone call is simply the universe handing you the keys to the kingdom. You might be asking yourself, why now? Why the 5th of August, 2026? Why, after what feels like an eternity of deafening silence, is the universe suddenly rushing to deliver this specific phone call and this massive financial shift all at the exact same time? It feels almost too good to be true, doesn't it? Like the other shoe is waiting to drop, or like the universe is playing a cruel trick on your hope. But I need you to understand that timing in the spiritual realm is never about the arbitrary ticking of the clock on your wall. It is entirely about the ripening of the soul and the alignment of cosmic forces. This isn't a random stroke of luck that just happened to fall into your lap out of nowhere. This divine window is wide open right now because the energetic incubation period is finally completely finished. A seed buried deep in the dark, freezing soil of winter. For months, it looks like nothing is happening. To the outside world, the seed is dead, buried, and forgotten. But underneath the surface, in the quiet, suffocating dark, the roots are spreading, anchoring, and gathering the immense strength required to push through the dirt. You have been in that dark soil, Aries. The silence you endured wasn't the universe ignoring you. It was the universe rooting you. If this money, if this profound apology, if this massive life upgrade had arrived 6 months ago, it would have completely crushed you. You were not energetically ready to hold the weight of this blessing. You were still operating from a frequency of lack, of people-pleasing, of trying to shrink yourself to fit into spaces and relationships that were far too small for your magnificent spirit. But the silence did its necessary work. The tears you cried in the shower when you thought no one was listening, they watered those deep roots. The moments you chose to walk us away from situations that disrespected you, even when it broke your heart into a million pieces, they strengthened your trunk. Now, on this exact day in August, the soil has warmed. The energetic pressure has reached its absolute peak. The 5th of August sits right in the energetic slipstream of the Lion's Gate, a cosmic portal of immense manifestation and karmic return. The person calling you is experiencing their own karmic harvest, and they are realizing that they cannot reap the rewards of their life without your light. The universe is synchronizing your financial explosion with their emotional reckoning because the two are inextricably linked on your soul's timeline. The window is open, the portal is active, and the delivery is imminent. But as we stand on the edge of this massive breakthrough, I need to pause and speak directly to the deepest, most exhausted part of your heart. I can feel the heavy, aching fatigue radiating through the screen. You are so incredibly tired. Aries, you have been carrying the weight of the unknown for so long that your physical shoulders actually ache. You have spent countless nights staring at the ceiling, bargaining with the universe, wondering what you did wrong, wondering if you were simply unlovable, wondering if this financial struggle was just your permanent lot in life. You have smiled through the day, played the strong friend, the resilient worker, the unbothered ex, only to completely collapse the second you closed your bedroom door. The longing for a simple, peaceful, abundant life has sometimes felt like a physical pain in your chest. You just want to be chosen. You just want to be safe. You just want the relentless struggle to finally end. I need you to hear me, and I need you to let these words sink all the way down into your marrow. Your waiting was not a punishment. It was protection. The universe kept that phone silent. It kept those bank accounts stagnant because it was clearing out the energetic debris that would have sabotaged your future. If they had called when you were still desperate, you would have accepted breadcrumbs and called it a feast. If the money had come when you were still doubting your worth, you would have given it all away to people who didn't deserve it or lost it to your own self-sabotage. The delay was the divine shield guarding your ultimate destiny. You are not being left behind. You are being positioned at the very front of the line. The exhaustion you feel right now is simply the heavy armor falling off your body. You don't need to fight anymore. You don't need to strategize or manifest harder or force anything to happen. The war is over. The victory has already been won in the spiritual realm, and now it is just downloading into the physical. Let's talk about the specific nights where you almost gave up. The nights where you looked at your bank account and felt a cold pit of despair in your stomach. The nights where you looked at your phone and realized no one was checking on you the way you constantly check on everyone else. That profound, isolating loneliness was the fire that burned away your attachments to people and outcomes that were never meant for you. You were being hollowed out so that you could be filled with something so much grander. The universe had to break your heart to break your illusions. It had to strip away the false versions of love and success so that you would recognize the real thing when it finally walked through your door. You survived the fire, Aries. You walked through the flames and you didn't burn. You were forged. And now the universe is handing you the kingdom you fought so hard to protect. Now that you understand the mechanics of this divine timing, and now that your heart is beginning to release the heavy armor of the past, we need to prepare your physical vessel for the actual arrival. You cannot just intellectually understand this reading. You must embody it in your cells. The energy of August 5th is highly accelerated, and it requires you to be completely grounded to handle the massive voltage of this incoming phone call and this sudden financial deposit. If your nervous system is still stuck in fight or flight, you will misinterpret their apology as a threat, and you will misinterpret the wealth as a heavy burden. We have to calibrate your body to the frequency of receiving so that when the moment comes, you don't accidentally flinch and push it away. I know there is a tiny, quiet voice in the back of your mind right now, whispering a very specific, very painful fear. It's the fear of getting your hopes up only to be crushed again. You are an Aries. You are a warrior. You are used to charging forward and taking the hits. But when it comes to matters of the heart and the deep, vulnerable desire for financial security, your armor is incredibly thin. You have been disappointed so many times by people who said they would call and didn't, by opportunities that shimmered on the horizon and then vanished into thin air. Your brain is trying to protect you by telling you not to believe this reading. It is telling you to brace for impact, to keep your expectations low so that the fall won't hurt as much. But I need you to look that protective mechanism directly in the eye and tell it that its shift is over. You do not need to brace for impact anymore. The universe is not teasing you. The cosmos does not orchestrate this level of intense, synchronistic, deeply physical and spiritual alignment just to pull the rug out from under you. The pain of your past was a classroom, Aries, but it was never meant to be your life sentence. You have graduated. You have learned the lessons of boundaries, of self-worth, of walking away from tables where respect is no longer being served. And now it is time to sit at the banquet. Feel the profound shift that happens when you finally stop waiting and start allowing. Waiting is an active, tense, exhausting state of lack. When you wait, you are energetically declaring that you do not have it yet. You are pushing the blessing away by desperately grasping for it. But allowing is a state of deep magnetic receptivity. Allowing is knowing that the seed is already in the soil, the rain has already fallen, and the sun is already shining. You don't need to dig up the seed every 5 minutes to check if it's growing. You just need to trust the process. As you sit here listening to my voice, I want you to consciously release the grip you have on the timeline. Let your shoulders drop away from your ears. Unclench your jaw. Let out a long, shaky exhale that pushes all that stagnant, anxious energy out of your lungs and into the earth to be recycled. Feel the lightness that floods your body when you finally surrender the need to control the outcome. The call is coming, the money is flowing, the apology is spoken. It is already done in the energetic realm, and the physical world is just catching up to the new blueprint you have established. Now, before you leave this sacred digital space, we need to seal this energy into your physical body. We need to create a closing ritual that acts as an energetic anchor, ensuring that when you stand up and walk back into your daily life, you carry this frequency of absolute certainty with you. I want you to do something very specific for me right now, wherever you are, whether you are sitting in your car, lying in your bed, or hiding in a quiet corner of your home. I want you to take your right hand and place it firmly over the center of your chest. Feel the warmth of your palm seeping through your clothes, connecting directly with your heart space. Feel the steady, rhythmic thumping beneath your fingers. That heartbeat is the drum of the universe. It is the proof that you are alive, that you are supported, and that you are deeply, unconditionally loved by the source of all creation. Close your eyes, and as you feel your heart beating against your hand, take a deep, slow breath in through your nose, filling your belly, your chest, all the way up to your throat. Hold it at the top for just a second, absorbing the truth of this moment, and then release it slowly through your mouth. As you keep your hand on your heart, I want you to repeat this affirmation silently in your mind, letting the words vibrate through every single cell in your body. Say to yourself, I am entirely ready to receive. I release the heavy burden of the weight. I forgive myself for the times I doubted my worth, and I now open my arms to the massive abundance, the profound love, and the life-changing communication that is rushing toward me. I am safe. I am chosen. I am wealthy in spirit and in matter. Feel the truth of those words locking into your DNA. Feel the final, lingering shadows of doubt dissolving in the bright, fiery light of your Aries spirit. You are stepping into a completely new paradigm, one where you do not have to fight for your place in the world, because your very existence commands respect, love, and immense prosperity. The 5th of August is your gateway, and you are walking through it with your head held high and your heart wide open. To physically lock this manifestation into your reality and signal to the algorithm of the universe that you are claiming this exact timeline, I need you to take one final decisive action. Go down to the comments section right now and type one single, powerful word, Reek. Do not type a long paragraph. Do not overthink it. Just type Reek. By writing that word, you are signing the energetic contract. You are telling the cosmos that your hands are open and your heart is ready. And if you know someone, a friend, a sister, a fellow Aries who has been struggling in the dark, share this video with them. Be the conduit of their blessing. Share this message if it found you at the exact right time, and subscribe to Trusted Tarot so you never miss the guidance your spirit team is sending your way. The cards have been read. The path is cleared. The call is ringing. Go live your beautiful, abundant life.